you're doing great and keeping safe. Today, we have another exciting personality with us, Sadaf Taqir. Sadaf is an NLP practitioner, NLP professional coach. She has masters of philosophy management. She was a business lecturer. She was a faculty member of Higher College of Technology, Dubai. She is a soft skill specialist and trainer. Her specialties are organizational behavior, leadership skills, coaching, training, team dynamics, NLP, train the trainers. I read one of the endorsements about her work from her MNC client, which says, Sadaf, lead a delightful public speaking workshop. She spent the time helping our actual problems instead of concentrating on overall theory, which was very helpful. She took into account everyone's beliefs and turned them around in a positive way and helped understand the psychology behind our public speaking fears. Welcome, Sadaf, to our show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Adnan. Thank you so much for calling here. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Great. Sadaf, who is the actual Sadaf Taqir? Anything which world doesn't know about you, which is not there on your LinkedIn profile?
Well, there are lots of things, obviously, and if they're not there, it means they are kept to be hidden or something, maybe. No, just kidding. Acha, honestly, to tell you the truth, I think two important things that people don't know about me. Maybe they know if they go deep in my profile. That I used to stutter when I was a teenager. Like whatever you're looking right now, it wasn't like this.
Wow, that's
So
amazing.
there has been, yeah, there has been a lot of work on mental model, mindset, practice, how do we talk to ourselves. So stuttering is not a good feeling, I can assure you that. At that time when you're growing up, everybody is making fun of you, and you are like the target, you can say a topic of discussion maybe sometimes. But luckily I had one or two very amazing friends that used to help me even in my class. Imagine that I wasn't able to tell my teacher that I finished my homework. So it was that bad. But anyways, now if somebody sees me, they won't even have an idea that I used to stutter at some point of time for many, many years in my life. But if you ask my school friends, they are surprised that, okay, what just happened, How come your speech is so clear? So this
And
is something many people don't know about me.
and you are now a public
And
speaking
what
coach.
else?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So this is one of the things that I connect with audience, on a different level. That when I tell them that, it's coming from not a normal speech, it's coming from a problem to what you can see right now. So it's more of an inside job than what we assume, like slides and dressing and everything is obviously prereq, but that's not the only thing. A lot of tasks needs to be done from inside when we go for public speaking.
And such kids becomes like a victim of bullying in school, and it's very difficult for them to bounce back and regain their confidence. So how you get that? What was the your secret, or who was the main force behind that change in you?
I don't want to sound selfish, Adnan, but I think whatever I've done in my life, I've mostly relied on myself. Okay. I don't want to sound selfish, but that's a reality. So I didn't go to any therapist for this. I didn't ask for any help as such, because when you're growing up as a teenager, you don't know how to do things. So it's like your inside struggle that you go through. Yes, bullying was main part of that time, and my cousins used to make fun of me. And then there was a cousin who used to make a lot of fun of me, like, very bad kind of a thing. I don't even remember what they used to say, but I taught him a very good lesson. You know what I did to him?
Please share.
That one particular cousin, I married him. So now I torture him for the rest of his life. That's
That
how what do you call,
you take revenge, yeah.
Exactly. So I tell him, you see, now we are in this game for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Jokes apart. But yeah, you're right. There has been a lot of bullying in school and friends and family, of course. But I think it was all an inside thing. When people they stutter, they know the words that they stutter, and mostly it's about the confidence or it's about the mindset. When one person knows, they have this fear that what if the other person treat them the same way. But when
Mm-hmm.
I started giving chances to people, I realized that every person, responds differently. So I think the major game changer for me was how I deal with my mental model. I know the words I stutter on. Still, I stutter. Whenever that's the case, I know exactly the words, the alphabets, and that was apparent when I went deep into reflection. That what are the moments I stutter? What are the words? So I just changed those words because for any word there are so many replacement. You know, like the meaning might be same, the context can be different, but audience can understand. So I usually change the words when I know that these are the triggers. And what else? Yeah, I used to practice a lot, honestly. I used to practice a lot public speaking in front of mirror, friends, recording. That gave me confidence. And then I realized one thing, which is a very, very important part of my public speaking training. I tell audience that people who are sitting on the other side of the table usually don't bother a lot on what you're saying. So everybody is like, in this world, they are bothered about themselves. So whatever you say, they don't remember it after some time. So if there are chances that you will make mistake initially, it's fine. Just don't feel bad about it. Try to cover it because maybe that one mistake is forgotten by audience, but for you it stays inside.
So you don't have to be
But
harsh
for
on yourself.
audience,
Yeah.
exactly. You make a mistake, it stays with us for a longer period of time. Other person, especially in public speaking, they sometimes they don't even notice or they forget it because at the end of the day, everybody they themselves are more important for themselves.
Hmm.
That is a selfish psychology, but it works. So these two three things they kind of help in public speaking.
Absolutely. Who's one person that you admire the most in your life, Sadaf?
Hmm. I think there have been different people.
Apart from you.
Yeah, now I'm my best friend, but I learned it a hard way. Anyways, so I think there have been different people in my life inspiring me at different point of time. Um, it's hard to put all of them in a one basket because there are different reasons. But yeah, the people. Let me put it this way: whenever I want to do something, I look at what I shouldn't be doing. That's my bigger takeaway because what we should do, everybody's telling us that. Um, how to work on ourselves, personal development, career development, everybody's telling what we should do. My psychology is mostly what I shouldn't do. So I do make a point or notice things that I don't like about other people. And this is not being judgmental or anything at all. I observe experiences as lessons. So if something happened to me and I didn't like it, I make sure that I don't do it to somebody else. So instead of inspiration is always there. I get inspired by my kids, by my family, my colleagues, my friends, acquaintances. Everybody is adding something to my life, but I think my major success comes from things which I learned from experiences, failed experiences, which tells me what not to do.
Absolutely. And you pointed out rightly, we can learn from anyone. Uh, Even the kids are a great, can be a great mentor. We learn a lot from them because they live in the moment. They have fun, they fight, and they forget about it. So many things are there that needs to be learned. You're providing soft skills training. What kind of soft skill training you are providing?
My main niche are EQ, coaching skills for managers. public speaking, and NLP. These are the main niche, I would say, that I get projects for. And other than that, soft skills yet is a very vast area, but then people sometimes mistake it that it's not everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like soft skills, it's one of the hardest skill to learn, especially when we have a baggage of so many experiences in our life.
So soft is
So
not that
my
soft, yeah?
niche are these. Sorry.
Soft is not that soft.
Soft skills are not that soft, exactly. But my niche is coaching skills for managers, EQ, NLP, and public speaking.
Okay, these are great abbreviations. So if you kind of explain what EQ, NLP is, I know it's a vast subject, but just to be brief, what is EQ, emotional quotient, or NLP, neuro linguistic programming? If you can please share the detail on that for people who doesn't have an idea on these subjects.
Mhm. EQ or emotional intelligence or emotional quotient, in simplest word, like a layman even can understand if you're not in the field, it means smart use of your emotions or intelligent use of your emotions. Your highs are not too highs and your lows are not too lows. So there is a balance in your emotions. That's what EQ means in the simplest version. Okay. NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming. It's language of your mind, because there are so many times that we blindly just follow whatever pops up in our mind, and that's not a good idea. To change anything, we have to change our how we talk to ourselves, or what sort of language our mind uses. So it's that science.
And if someone wants,
Simplest version, like even
okay,
a layman can get it.
and someone wants to learn these like this course or this science, how they can do it? Is it available online, or there are courses available there? And what benefit they can expect out of these courses?
There are many options available online, but my recommendation will be to check if it's ICF certified, because ICF is a main body that kind of it's a big umbrella, and it kind of endorse program. And if you are serious into this field, you go for the courses. If it's your personal development, it's fine. You can even do any online courses. It should be equally good. I haven't explored much. Sorry, I haven't explored much options, but my take will be that to check if it's ICF accredited. Number one. Number two, go talk to people. Go to their website, see who are the coaches, and try to look for those coaches on ICF website. Like I did mine with Mindbridge, Mary Lou and Jerry, and Jerry was on ICF uh,
Yes.
website. So
Okay.
you can check like this. NLP can be used for personal development, can be used as a field for coaching. I did it for coaching business, but then when I was in a group, I'm in Dubai, so I did it with a company coming from US. So it's a USA accredited course. And in that course, a lot of people were doing it for themselves. And their problems were like that: we are stuck in life, we are unable to expand our horizon, we are very irritated all the time. Your reason can be any. I would suggest that for just to have a flavor of it, I would recommend that one should do it just to see if it serves their purpose or passion.
Great. Great. You are an NLP trainer. So what kind of client you get on this?
I do a lot of mindset coaching,
Hmm.
which is now it's done online, and before that I was meeting one to one. But what happens that my training is a package of training and coaching. So when I was doing public speaking last month, it was for an Abu Dhabi client, and after that main course delivery, I did one-to-one coaching as well. And like it can be either case, it can be one-to-one, it can be face-to-face. The thing here is that how I use it, I kind of blend my training and coaching, because I don't believe that you just deliver a course and you just leave people there and then. Within 15 days, I do a lot of mentoring for training companies as well, that after 15 days, we contact our client, individuals who attended that training, and we ask them that what they have applied. So within 50 days, 15 days, 1 5, within 15 days, there is a follow-up on the training. There are coaching questions, and then we do meet them for at least 6 months just as a support. So there, this NLP training and EQ training, this all helps.
Okay. What is your proudest
And one
moment?
more thing,
Yeah,
Adnan, I
please.
would like to add here. Like, this is honestly very voluntarily. It's through my Instagram that people have contacted me. Like right now, I understand it's a disaster for many people, and things are not same as they used to be. So voluntarily, I am doing a lot of coaching people who are facing depression, but that's something separate. Obviously that's not paid, and I have to limit my clients to a certain time because I cannot manage obviously my business like that. So that's a very limited number. But I just realized that during this time many people somehow approached me, or they were connected to me by someone, and I realized that they cannot afford but they desperately need help. So that is like 10% of my activity right now.
So, Sadaf, what kind of people are coming to you, like with this depression, especially in these times? What are the main causes, or what are the main problems that they have?
There are two common themes which I've seen. People who have been very comfortable with their career all their life, and right now all of a sudden it's gone. So they are in a helpless situation right now. They don't know where to start from. The mistake or the unfortunate thing which happened to them, that they were not proactive with their options. I started with business faculty, but I knew that without PhD I don't have a big future over there. For PhD I wanted to do it from some particular university, and with my family I cannot go there. So I just changed my career 10 years back, foreseeing that what future is coming for me. Okay, so I feel that some people, they get very comfortable, and they get so comfortable that it's so dangerous, this comfort zone. The video I made last week, I think, and people get so comfortable that they don't realize that it's hurting them. Like in video I said an example of alcohol addict. They're very comfortable over there, but they don't know it's hurting them. So this is one of the unfortunate things that happened to them, or they didn't realize that they made this mistake. So those people are a major chunk, because a lot of people are losing jobs right now, and when you don't have options in your career, there is a time when you fall down, and then it's very hard to get up. So that is one case. And then second is very interesting. It's not work related for them, but it's more of an age where they are in right now. When we start our career, we start our family, things are very exciting, challenging, right? We are highly occupied with so many things, and when our job is settled, at some point we know that we have achieved this much, our kids are settled, then people who haven't worked on themselves, they are lost. Like we call about, like we say, midlife crisis. I just realized it's a real thing, that people when they reach 40, 40, 30, after 35, depending on which age they started their job and which age they got married, they had kids, this thing of I don't know what to do, it's really hard sometimes.
Okay, okay. So with these problems, do you have any magic wand for these people, or how do you show them the light which is there, but they're unable to see it?
I think two things kind of, went into my favor. One is word of mouth, because my clients, since they are very happy with my work, they do recommend other people. And then number two is my consistency. Right now, this videos which I am spreading on social media right now was part of my plan for the last 2 years. I just never got time to do it. So
Hmm.
I think maybe this is something, I cannot say it's good, because for some people it's not good. So maybe it gave me a chance to put it out there now. So with that, it's kind of a trust factor that people see when they approach me. Okay. So these are the two things: trust factor and word of mouth. What I do when I'm actually with them in a session, I hold them accountable for whatever they do. In the beginning, I tell them, look, this is not alone, right? I don't have a superpower that will turn you into something amazing in one day. You have to understand that it's a slow process. It takes time, and major change who need to make is yourself. So yes, that accountability which they hold, I tell them very clearly, look, if you're not willing to change, nobody will come and change you. Okay, that's, you can say it's like good or bad, whatsoever you can name it. But if you don't want to change, you don't want to do anything, nobody can make you do it. So first have this understanding that if you are going in this engagement, there are results that needs to be questioned and answered for. So that accountability factor is very important whenever we are in coaching.
Great. Sadav, you mentioned something, and you said that you made a video about that as well. That not every pain is painful, and not every comfort zone is comfortable. Can you brief on that, please?
There is a pain, in either case. Like when we don't do anything, people are in pain thinking that, oh, what should I do, right? And when people who do something, they also, that pain is of being tired. So my point here is that being tired is a good pain than being in a pain of a person who didn't do anything, and by the end of the day they are just lost. Because the thing is that they are looking at the social media continuously, they are taking all the information, they are unconsciously making comparisons, and they feel sad about themselves. So okay, if they say that I'm tired, that's why I didn't do it, they get tired by not doing it as well. So which pain is better, being tired by not doing anything, or being tired when you go and you hustle? So we calculate that the pain of doing something should be greater than pain of not doing anything. Because not doing anything, we sometimes feel that we are not doing anything because we're saving ourselves from some hard work. It's not like that. It comes back in a more disastrous way.
Absolutely. Pain of regret is more painful as compared to pain of failure, because failure, you've tried and it was not your destiny, or something better was planned for you. So absolutely right. You mentioned something about social media where people are putting their lives and they're comparing it with others' life. Now it becomes a norm and everyone is busy on their smartphones. Um, what are the don'ts and do's of social media in your opinion?
Okay, now on social media, it's very surprising that how people put out themselves that, and how people avoid social media, but still they are out there checking what other people are doing. I understand that there are only two ways to be on social media. Either you create content or you absorb content all the time. There is no third way. I appreciate if there's a balance. You observe, absorb content, and you make content also, to be in that balance frame of social media. If you are just taking information is very exhausting. And if you are only creating content, putting yourself out there all the time, irrespective of what's happening in the world, that's also harmful. So a balance of creation and what are you absorbing is a key when you're in social media. But I've seen a new trend, Adnan, on social media right now. I think maybe it's because of desperation, that how people approach on you. I'm sure you might be getting such messages as well. I get them. I talk to my friends on social media. People are kind of creating problem from themselves right now, like a random message of, I need a job, I need money, I need this, I have this service to offer, without anyone asking them, is going against them at the moment. And I'm sure many influencers are putting it out there that please be mindful of how you approach other people. HBR study says that people will only, now times have changed, the study says that people will only work with you if they like you. So if they don't, the way you approach them selling your services only, I don't think so that other people appreciate that, because this will be over. Okay, this pandemic will be over, inshallah. Then think how you will, how you will be remembered after this is done. Funny enough, when I get messages, okay, you'll be surprised, I get kind of very funny messages, and I don't respond to many. I don't respond to the ones who just say hi. A simple hi on LinkedIn is a big no for me. I need to know the context of conversation.
Absolutely.
Hi, I'm this. This is what I have to offer. Can we collaborate like this? Okay, now this is a decent approach in my opinion. But a simple hi, how are you? Hey, hello. Tell me more about yourself. Like, seriously, what are you using social media for? So for me, it's a big no, right? I don't respond to many messages which are such hello. And then, will you be my friend? Like, people are dying outside, and what do you mean when you say, do you want to be my friend? So these approach this approach of getting into any conversation is a very bad idea. It is going against you. Yet again, there has been few messages which I received. I'm not into recruitment at all. I have zero job to offer other than I can collaborate with few trainers. I don't have HR job, I don't have accounts job, I don't have marketing job. It's very clear on my profile, I'm not into recruitment. People would send me message for a job, and I asked them, Adnan, you will be surprised, I asked them that, do you know that it's not working like this? Do you know that this message won't give you any job? They would reply, yes, we know. Okay, you know, then why would you put it out there in the first place? So I was just curious to know that. I was trying to help them, that maybe they don't know, but they already knew that it's not going into anybody's favor. So I think they are doing it out of desperation. They are not using their rational mind. They are thinking from their reptile mind who just wants to survive right now. So they need to stop, reflect, and change a strategy. And they have to understand. I just made a video on this. I might be like, after we are done, I think I will be putting out in like 2 hours about giver and taker. They are going as a taker mentality. Taker are when kids are small, then they take. After some time, it's all about what you are willing to give.
You
So
mentioned, yeah,
on social media, when you are out there, you need to understand that what is your agenda and what benefit will you get out of it.
absolutely. You've mentioned about social media, how one can build his or her brand on social media, because social media is very powerful tool that you can use in a very positive way to connect with the right people, to connect to the right audience, to connect with the right client. So how one can make a brand on social media? Any suggestion or any ideas on that?
Adan, I think what I'm pretty new to social media, especially on LinkedIn. Okay, let me be very frank about it. I'll tell you what worked for me. I
Okay.
think for me, content and consistency. So you need to know your niche, you need to understand your work, you need to be passionate about what you do. You cannot do everything and everything all the time, okay? So you need to be very selective with your niche, your passion, your interest, okay? And then you have to be consistent. It cannot be like, okay, today I'm not feeling, so I won't make a content. Once you're out there, you're out there. There's no coming back if you want to have an influence, right? Okay, now this is something which is very relevant to South Asian community, or I would say collectivism society. And I do happen to meet people and they have this psychology of evil eye,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
once when you are there, they're out there on social media, there is an evil eye everywhere, and they will just destroy your life. I kind of have a lot of conversation on closed group on this topic, that you have to trust that yes, evil eye is there, but the power that will going to save you is bigger than that evil power. So this we need to be comfortable with, that yes, I understand, maybe god forbid you put something out there, something bad happens, it's like, you see, I told you For example, don't put picture of your kid out there on Instagram maybe or on Facebook whatsoever. So people are a bit scared of social media as well. I understand that. When it comes to kids, your family, do whatever you're comfortable. There is no right or wrong in this. Okay, go with your gut feeling. But understand that the superpower which is going to save you from that evil eye is always bigger, bigger, bigger. It's like you are comparing that evil eye is bigger than the superpower. Like, just when you put it out there, listen to yourself what you're saying.
Well, that's very much true, in a sense that, if, for example, if someone has talent, maybe he or she is good in singing and he's not putting it on social media, uh, so that, like, people might get jealous of him or her, and then, I mean, it's a different approach. You need to show your talent. You need to flaunt your skills that you have. For example, if I can speak well, if you can do good videos, why not? Why not? Why to keep that talent confined to yourself? You can inspire someone. You can change someone's life with your talent. Um, and, like, if evil eye is there, let it be. But yes, you are.
Like we say that the power who will save is bigger than that evil eye. So you have to trust the system, you know.
Absolutely. And if your niyat, if your intention is to spread awareness, spread positivity in the society, and give something back to the society, then I think we have to keep the evil eye aside and just move ahead with our passion.
I
So,
would say, Adnan, you said it really right that people also think that other people might get jealous. So evil eye, jealousy, what our family will say, what our friends will say. There are few unsaid underlying belief that don't let anybody go beyond a certain point. I think maybe if you asked me 5 years before, 5 years back, maybe I had some of those belief as well. But then I had to work through them that no, you have to stop this and you need to see beyond this. And I think it worked. It really worked because these are the certain beliefs which are coming to us from our family, from our culture. I respect that, okay? But you need to see if it's serving you or not. If you are not putting it out there, if you're not showing your talent, if you're not sharing your skills with the world and still you are depressed, then does it really make sense? And if you put out there and you're still in trouble, you weigh, you ask your question, what is helping you? At the end of the day, I think problems are always there. Okay, there are few good nights and there are few terrible nights. We cannot expect all days to be perfect. My point here is my one bad day doesn't define my life. So on bad days, we just um, think differently, we act differently, but it doesn't define our life in a nutshell. So when you're putting yourself on social media, understand that you have to be respectful for yourself and for others. You cannot violate or be disrespectful towards somebody when you're putting yourself on social media. And when you're putting yourself out on social media, be open to anything and everything. But yet again, when bad comments come, harsh comments come, it's not about you. People, how they approach you, it's more about themselves. They're showing themselves. It has nothing to do about me. Like, I think in last live there was a discussion going on relationship and a person just commented, I'm sure, like, it was me and my colleague, and a person just commented, I'm sure they don't even know how to make bread in kitchen. So
yeah,
I'm like, okay, well, I gave him an answer in a very respectful way. But then you have to be open about it. You have to be very comfortable with yourself once you put yourself out there. And then one more thing, sorry. It took a bit long. It's a very, something very close to my heart. That's why. I have seen that people are afraid to be on social media and they don't like to be criticized. And people who are with families are more scared to do this. People who are on their own, I would say maybe without families, or they are more busy in their career, they are more outgoing. But when family comes in, we kind of change our priority, which is important. But then I would say that we have 24 hours in a day. we can take out 1 hour in our whole day to do something we like.
Absolutely. And
Doesn't have to be social media, it can
yeah,
be anything.
time management is key when you want to, like do stuff. And if you're busy
Mhm.
just work, it doesn't make sense, because yeah, 9 to 5, 9 to 6, then you have time, you can give it to your family, you can focus on your hobbies as well. Tell us about your
Yeah.
hobbies. What are your hobbies?
Um, I read books. I enjoy Netflix or Amazon Prime. There are few series. Okay, I have a series which I watch with my daughter, and one with my son, and one with my husband. So you can say that in my week, my 4 to 5 hours are taken like that,
Hmm.
because we just connect on different series on Netflix or Amazon, and I do make an effort that we watch it together. And obviously, because of the age difference between my son and my daughter, we cannot say same content all the time, because obviously it's not age appropriate. So we have to follow that as well. I watch Netflix, then it's a bit of exercise I make sure I do every day. Then I think social media, yeah. I
Okay.
enjoy creating content, so I take creating content as my hobby.
One of the questions that I personally like uh, to answer, like get your enlightenment on that, is about public speaking, because I am so much, I have a passion to do public speaking. You are a coach of public speaking. What's the, the magic that we can have, or what are the things that we can do to be a successful public speaker, to motivate someone, to inspire someone? Because considering the fact that public speaking is something which is next to death, people would prefer to die rather than, going on stage and expressing themselves.
Okay, Adnan, it's a very good question, and I will tell you that in public speaking, you have to understand that practice is something very important. Okay, you cannot get away without practicing in your niche, in your interest, whatever you're about to present, you need to know. Number one, okay, that's a prereq. Number two, your PowerPoint slides, your color theme. Number three, how you dress up, how you look that day. These three are prereq of any public speaking. So I'm not going there. Many people talk about this and everybody knows it. Okay. I go one step ahead. I talk about what's going inside. You see that as soon as you put somebody on the stage to talk with 100 people, 50 people, 200 people, what happens? Do you feel as normal as we are feeling right now? What do you feel?
Absolutely,
What happens
absolutely.
inside?
Maybe sometimes your mind goes blank and you forgot what you were saying. You feel like you're being judged. You feel like, people, they know better than me, or I don't know, like so many things that comes into your mind, and you're kind of blanked. You don't know what to say.
You know why is that happening?
Um, Fear of judgment, maybe, or could be.
Okay, will you be surprised if I tell you that that's just an adjustment of your body chemistry and it's giving you strength? What would you feel then?
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yes, yes. I'll give you an example which happened with me recently. I went to a stage, yeah, and I knew that I will be the number one in terms of the speakers, because I knew all those speakers, and I felt internally that yes, if I do well, then I'll be the number one and I'll get the trophy. So I went there with a mindset to win, and it drained all my energy. As soon as I was at the stage, after three lines I forgot what I have to say, and that was so embarrassing for me. Like everyone is expectations with me that, oh, I will do this and I'll be a champion, but nothing has happened and I lost that competition. So this is what happened to me. I don't know what's the how do I cope up with that, or maybe I just went with the flow, or just forget about winning or losing, and uh, just enjoy my speech going there.
Okay, whatever was in your mind, the script that you wanted to share, who else knows that script other than you?
I think no one else knows it. Only those
No one
friends that,
else, right?
yeah, only those friends whom I was practicing that speech with.
But they wouldn't remember like you do, right? They would just have an
Absolutely,
idea.
absolutely,
But
absolutely,
if you miss any line, they wouldn't know, right?
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. What our mind is telling us to do it perfectly all the time.
That's true.
Our mind is meant to save us. So this fear that okay, we will be judged or embarrassed is another, just your mind is telling you something which it's naturally built to do. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, whatever happens in your mind and inside your body, only you know that. If it's not obvious, nobody would know that. So even if you forget a line, but you add another line, nobody would know. Just because we want to do it so perfectly as our mind is telling us, we kind of lose the fun part of public speaking. You forget a line, nobody knows. Your heart is like about to come out, nobody knows, right? Your palpitations and the shivers that you're feeling inside, that your gut is telling you, oh my gosh, today I will going to die. That's all inside. Nobody knows. And if they don't know, it means it doesn't matter.
Wow.
Whatever you're feeling inside in public speaking is legit, it's normal, and it's giving you strength, right? You cannot expect, like we are talking right now and you and I are will go to a room full of 100 people and we start speaking and nothing happens inside. It's like a dead man's life. Then we need to have that push so our body adjusts to the new setting. So that rush is our strength. That rush is not a problem. That rush inside is a natural reaction of our body adjusting to a new setting. We have been told that it means you're nervous. No, it's not nervous. That's very normal. We need that rush, otherwise we won't be able to perform all the way. We understood that it's a problem.
Great,
So
great.
that is the strength that you need. So okay, now we are at peace that whatever happens, it's fine, it's natural. We need that rush. Okay, now we put ourselves out there. Still there's a chance that we forget something. As long as audience don't know, it doesn't count. You have to be smart inside to replace it with another content, and then when you remember, you come back to it. But for that, you have to be very comfortable that you are able to adjust accordingly. you know if something, you forget something, you can replace it with humor, you can replace it with question, you can bring the below content up. It's your thing, you can do anything with it, right? So that's how you get better, you get confidence in public speaking, that when you can cover whatever situation you fall in. So in public speaking, I usually call it fake it till you make it.
Okay, okay. Great, great. Thank you so much for these valuable advices, Sadaf. You are a coach. What's your proudest moment as a coach, as a trainer? If you can share with us.
I think my proudest moment is usually mostly when people do realize that how it helped them. When people, when I see them change, that's my rush, I would say. That's my feel good hormone. When I see them, that they're getting stuff out of it, and it's making sense for them, they're willing to do it, and they are doing something with their life. Like right now in my coaching, there are two people who are almost ready for a breakthrough in their life, and they have been in a very dark place for all their life. I'm just waiting for next 2 weeks when I will listen, when I will get a call and I will see them going through that breakthrough in their life. So that's when you're able to add something to somebody's life productively. I think that's a good feeling. Yeah.
Okay. How coaching has helped you being a successful mother or a wife or in your home, in your personal life, if I would say. Does it help?
That's a very
Understanding,
interesting question.
understanding emotional intelligence, understanding NLP. You know, like when your husband is talking to you, you know, like where he's coming from. So because you'll do the mind mapping and all that.
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Now, my husband is an IT guy. Okay,
Okay.
so he's a hardcore. He's an IT. He talks in number. For me, it can be 1.5. For him, it used to be only 1 or 2. For me, it can be 1.25, 1.5, 1.75 because we think on different parameters. So yeah, it took us time honestly to adjust, but I think whatever how he reacts to certain situation doesn't bother me, knowing that whatever place he's coming from, he is conditioned like that. And then when obviously this is my business, this is I've been working for 15 years, so the contribution I make to my family is profound in terms of uh, behaviors, personality, financial, whatever. So they acknowledge the fact. Funny part here is about my son. Now my daughter is is kind of very proud of what I do, so she connects to me on a different level. But my son, I know that he likes my work, but maybe he's a boy, growing up boy, so he doesn't want to acknowledge that part, that he usually makes fun of my soft skills. So whenever I'm about to say something, Mama, no soft skill, please, okay? When he says that, I stay quiet. Okay, I'm like, okay, I'm just telling you common sense. There is no soft skills about it. After 2-3 hours, he will come to me on his own. For example, just yesterday night, I'll give you an example that we were walking. We go for a walk, and he asked me, "Mama, give me something motivational so I feel like doing my schoolwork. Tell me some sentences which can give me some motivation. Tell me something." Then I just told him that, if we get an email from the school, you will be in trouble. Or if you do your school work nicely, then you will be able to play PS4. And there were few, 3-4 statements, and then he's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Thank you very much. And then whenever I'm making videos, he would be like, Mama, I like that part, what you say. So they don't say it out loud, but I can see in their behaviors, things do make sense for them as well. But yet again, Adnan, it's such a complicated task to raise kids right now that even I don't know if I'm doing it all right. Nobody knows. There is no formula. There is no guideline. There is no booklet who can tell us that, okay, if parenting done this type is a perfect way. So I have no clue what future they hold, how they turn out to be. I don't want to take that pressure, but yet again, I know that I have to do my best.
Absolutely, absolutely. And every child is unique, and every child, there are lots of books that have been written, but yes, um, you can do as per your capacity to bring
Yeah.
them uh, to your best. So we wish,
I think social media and friends are adding to this pressure. Social media and friends, they are adding to this pressure, and we should enjoy parenting rather than now panicking about it, because I've seen amazing parents and kids doing silly stuff, and silly parents, kids doing amazing stuff. So I come to this point that we shouldn't burden parents with everything and anything. To the kids, they are smart enough. They know how to they know how to make a social media account. They know how to access all the apps. So I think it's 50-50. Fans, social media, parents, kids themselves. We can only pray and try.
how do you define success and happiness?
I think it's overrated. Happiness is overrated, honestly. Especially with current times, it's overrated. Satisfaction is, yeah, if you can sleep at peace at night, I think that's good enough. Everybody has their different parameter of success and happiness. For me, happiness is overrated. For me, I think values are stronger than being happy. And happy is like a bubble. We sometimes feel it, we don't feel it. As long as we are moving forward, we are enjoying what we are doing, that what matters. Not specifically you have to be happy all the time. I think there is no such thing. Social media has just created this happiness, you know. So as a human being, we go through many things all the day, many emotions all the day, and we don't have to stick with each and every one of them. Just be sure that what you are doing, you're enjoying it, and you have your values intact, that you're not hurting anyone, you're not compromising on your values. I think that's it.
Are there any positive signs or blessing in disguise because of this pandemic, COVID-19, that that you can see right now?
God forbid people who are suffering financially and health wise, for them, no. But I think in a nutshell, in a bigger picture, yes. Families are connected at different level. People are going within. People are doing things that they have never done before, and people are realizing things that, you know, that they thought are important. Maybe they're not important anymore, and which the things they took for granted makes more sense now. So for everybody, it's different. For everybody, this pandemic is translating, is unfolding different things. I would say right now, the smallest goal we can have in our life at the moment is that obviously we are safe, we are healthy. Plus, given a chance, imagine this as a new game in your life. You know, like we play games online and there are avatars which we wear for a fight. So imagine this is a video game right now and you have to change into an avatar. What that avatar will be. I did this in my I did this exercise in my coaching circle, and you will be surprised, Adnan. It reveals so many things within every individual in my coaching circle that they were surprised to see that it's very strong. So in your own life, whatever you have achieved so far, you did it. Say in terms of family, profession, career, financial, whatsoever, you have achieved whatever you wanted so far. Okay, now it's a new life for you. In another terms, you are changing your avatar. What will that be? How would you like it to be? what what does it mean for you? How would you like to proceed from now onward? Like everything else you have, nobody's taking away from you. It's there. Your family is there, your health is there, your financial, your bank balance, your career, everything is there. Okay, nobody's taking away anything. You just have to move forward now with everything you have. Because sometimes we have our life goal that, okay, I will do this in my career and then I'll be fine. So people usually don't go beyond because they're afraid that they won't lose something. I know many female, they don't work with the with the fear that they might have to compromise on their family. So this is a prereq that you're not losing anything, whatever you have in your life right now. It's there. Your career profile, your resume, your financial statement, your family is there. From here now going forward, new avatar, what would you choose and what would you do? So this going forward, if everybody can think that which avatar they want to have, might unfold different meaning for them.
Great. Um, with lots of wisdom, with lots of energy and inspiration that you shared with us today. And if we can take one message from this conversation, and if it can change one person's life, I think I'm happy and you'll be happy. And this is the purpose of this audio session that we're currently doing right now. Thank you so much for your time, Sadaf. Before we sign off, any final message to our audience, and if someone wants to get in touch with you, how they can do that, please.
Adnan, thank you so much for this opportunity. I was very looking forward to it, that, you know, when we will connect online for this interview. And one message out there, I would like people to be kind to themselves and others, because the world is suffering like anything, and it's suffering at different levels when people are unable to be responsible of their action, and they don't want to learn, and they don't want to go forward. Remember, every experience is teaching you something, and to move forward, you have to be a different person every time. People in their life go through different phases in their life. Okay, 20s are different, 30s are different, 40s are different. Make sure you're getting better with every year you're given. What worked for you in 15s won't work for you in 20s. What is working for you in 20s won't work when you're 25. So be mindful that you are always changing. Embrace change for good. Okay, just make sure that you don't hurt anybody, because it's a lot of pain out there, and people don't share. Not everybody can share openly, but it's a mess inside out. So hopefully I'm actually just finished my book last night. I sent it to my publisher, so it's coming out soon. Over there I've defined a strategy of how you can give chances to other people, to yourself, to circumstances, so it can help maybe. And how you can reach out to me: LinkedIn. Just don't start with a simple hi, hello, how are you. Just come to the point. Whatever engagement, whatever. I don't offer jobs, unfortunately, but yes, I do provide mindset coaching, and I will be more than happy to do it. Yeah, just be mindful of your actions, of your decisions, and you can drop a message on LinkedIn if you want to. I'll be more than happy to get in touch.
Thank you so much, Sadaf Taqir, for your time. And viewer, with this, we will sign off. We've learned so many amazing things today about emotional intelligence, about NLP. We've learned about the public speaking skills. We learned about there's no as such thing for evil eye. You need to believe in yourself, show your talent to the world. Don't keep it to yourself, because there is a world out there whom you can inspire, whom you can, like make a change in someone else's life. And if you have a talent, please share it with the world. And with this, we sign off. Take good care of yourself, take good care of the people who are in touch with you, and whom you are taking care, like whom you are responsible as a family member. Thank you so much. Take care. God bless.
Thank you, Adnan. Bye. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.